Toast, and welcome to Ship of Fools. My name is Hannah MacLeod, and I am your dungeon master on this nautical adventure. Joining me today, I have Andy Latai.
Finn Fisher, please.
Nolani Stevenson.
As Regin Stockweather.
And Taylor Wallace.
Malachi Kassir.
Alright, so before we dive into our 5th episode here, let's go ahead and do a little bit of a recap. So, last time, the three of you returned from drunkenly searching the woods for the source of a mysterious crashing noise, only to find that someone had rifled through your stuff, though seemingly nothing was taken. The next morning, the resort owner Eliester and the druid Lee informed you that what was broken in the woods was one of 4 orbs that maintain the barrier that regulates the weather of the resort so that it's always a perfect day. You spent most of the morning looking for information about your beach volleyball captain, Nell, who Finn had seen looking suspicious in the woods the night before, until you heard from Lee that the orb under the ocean had also been broken. You and Lee regrouped with Eliester and headed out to check on another orb out by the wall, only to find a group of people in dark blue robes already standing around it. You defeated them, but not before they managed to smash the orb. You then heard a commotion from the main area of the resort and ran back, only to find the administrative building, where the 4th and final orb is housed, engulfed in flames, and a bunch of blue-robed cultists turning to face you.
So, here's the situation as it stands. You guys are about 60 feet away from a group of 10 people in these same dark blue robes and masks. 2 of them, one of whom is taller than average, and you can see that the skin under the mask is blue, and the other is very short and appears to have a large, bushy black beard. These 2 are holding these 2-foot-long metal rods that look identical to the one that you, Malachi, are also holding, because you took it from the guy that you guys killed over by the wall. Malachi, remember, you also still have an unconscious man slung over your shoulder.
I do remember this.
Lee is standing right next to you guys, and you see about 30 feet off to the side is Eliester, who ran away during the last fight, and he appears to be focused on the burning building. A few curious guests of the resort, including, you can see, Ashila and Nakala, are watching from a distance, clearly not wanting to get too close, kind of curiously observing whatever's going on here. And overhead, dark gray clouds are slowly beginning to gather, swirling and sparking with lightning. A low roll of thunder rings out as the tall, blue-skinned person raises their rod and points directly at the 3 of you. I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
Hold on, I have a quibble.
Yes.
How dark blue are these robes? I was picturing like a lightish blue, like a kind of slate blue.
No.
Are they like navy?
They're more, they're more like, I wouldn't say not quite as dark as navy, but darker than slate.
All right, I'm thoroughly off kilter now.
That's a nat 20 on initiative.
Oh,
yeah, that's a 6. I have a 10.
Okay, 10 total, Malachi.
Yeah.
Okay, Regin.
Which means it is a 23.
23 for you, Finn. All right, Regin. What are you at 6?
Yeah, 6 total.
6 total. Okay, so Finn, you are first to act.
All right, you said we're 60 feet away?
Yes, you're about 60 feet from them, and the tree line is about 60 feet behind you. You guys kind of emerged from the tree line and have been jogging in this direction as they sort of came out of the now on fire building to face off with you.
All right, I do not even break my stride. I run 30 feet, and then I cast my spell, which has a range of 30 feet. What spell, you ask? Create water. I create water directly over the burning building, which means, let me read. It's like makes a rain. The water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube within range, extinguishing exposed flames in the area.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Boom!
Great.
The fire department is here.
I knew it would come in handy.
Yeah, no, I was like all prepared to have to calculate how much you'd be able to do, but yeah, you fully, especially because they sort of just lit it on fire and then stepped out of the building, so you're able to fully kind of extinguish the flames that are going on here. It's a little slightly anticlimactic as they sort of are standing there backlit by flame, and then it just starts to rain, and the rain kind of quenches it. But you see the person with the blue skin in the robes kind of doesn't look phased and gives you this sort of half smile. Anything else you're doing with your turn, Finn?
Yes. Okay. So these guys, I'm like up close to these guys, right?
You're still 30 feet away from them.
30 feet away from them. Okay. In that case, because honestly, Finn is OP. I am going to use my bonus action to summon my tentacle.
Awesome.
And I'm going to make the tentacle appear behind the one who just pointed their rod at Malachi.
Okay.
Or at all of us. And that tentacle's going to give him a smack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
12.
12 does not hit, actually.
Oh. I shout out, that was a warning!
Again, this kind of smirk in your direction. All right.
Stop flirting with me, it won't work.
God, I kind of hate Finn.
The person speaks and says, that truly could not be farther from what I'm doing right now. All right. It is the first kind of group of people are going to go. So these 4 of the kind of people in robes are going to run forward. They're going to, 2 of them are going to run forward and attack Finn. And they're going to, all right, so they're both coming at you with these scimitars, Finn.
Oh no, is this negging?
Wait, are there 4 of them, you said?
2 of them are coming against Finn.
Okay.
But 4 of them are acting on this turn.
Gotcha.
Okay, that is one of those is an 8 to hit, but the other one is a 16 to hit.
Oh, those both hit.
Whoa.
There's no way an 8 hits.
Oh, I think you said 18.
No, a 16 and an 8.
Oh, okay, yeah, just the 16
I
hit.
was like, I know for a fact. All right, so that's going to be...
Okay, that was a close one.
Okay, you take 6 slashing damage. As this sword cuts into you.
I don't like it.
And
I don't know if you're waiting for me to say that.
And then the other 2 are actually, they're going to run forward 30 feet, but they're not going to run towards Finn. They're going to sort of put themselves in between. They're basically going to run 30 feet and then stop and hold their action to attack anyone who comes within their melee attack range. So they're basically squaring off in between Regin, Lee, and Malachi and the rest of the people.
So they're in between us and Finn, or us in the building, or?
So basically, the main group of the cult is 60 feet away from you guys, and now 4 people have run toward you. 2 of them have engaged in melee with Finn, and the other 2 are keeping their distance from Finn a little bit and are sort of staring down Regin and Malachi, basically waiting. So anything you have, they're all within 30 feet, and then the rest of the group is about 60 feet away.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now it is the turn of some more people from that group. They're actually not going to really move. They're going to, so the people in robes who are not, that are not the 2 that are holding rods, are going to sort of step in front of the ones who are, and basically they're all going to hold an attack for if somebody gets within their melee range.
So this is not the group that ran up.
No. So there's 8 of these kind of, little minion guys, and 4 of them sort of ran up, and the other 4 are kind of taking up the back line guard, basically. Great. It is the leader's turn. So you see the blue-skinned leader, and kind of when she spoke, had a more feminine voice, when she responded to Finn's accusation of flirting. She is going to raise her free hand, the hand that is not holding the rod, and she is going to cast Hold Person on Malachi. So, Malachi, I need you to make me a... hold on a second, let me pull up Hold Person.
Malachi fails this on purpose because he wants to be held.
Haha, Malachi's not a person, he's a rock.
Hey!
Your plan is foiled.
He's a humanoid.
I'm a humanoid man.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
That's going to be a 14.
A 14? A 14 saves. You feel the magic kind of starting to take hold, and you manage to resist it, and you are not paralyzed.
I flip her off.
She looks irritated. She frowns. This is Lee's turn. Lee's gonna go ahead, and she's gonna use her turn to cast Bark Skin on herself, basically giving herself a AC boost there. And then she's going to kind of look at you guys with a sort of expression of like, well, what should we do here? And she goes, I really am not that good at fighting. Should we just like charge them? What should we do?
Do you have any defensive spells?
She goes, well, I have the one I just cast.
Can you heal me? Healing me would be so cool.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
Yes. Let me see what I can do there. But she's already used her action for this turn. So she will run up she'll run up 20 feet so that she's sort of closer without putting herself right in melee of the people who are
she's not
holding
going to
actions.
prompt that attack, right?
Finn is like staring at his own blood like Superman when he loses his powers and is just absolutely baffled by it.
Malachi, that is your turn.
I have a question for you about whether or not this can qualify as like a bonus action or not.
Yes.
So that guy over my shoulder, I was saving because I figured he might be the only one left and I wanted to interrogate him about his plans. Can I just like drop him, killing him, so that I don't have to worry about them healing?
This cultist empty. Yeet.
I don't want them to like bring him back to life or some shit and have another guy working against us. So can I just like drop him on his head like a sack of potatoes?
Malachi just enters the Superdome and fucking pile drives this guy to death.
Just Bane slam him on your knee.
I've been thinking about this for a week, okay?
Make me I'm gonna say
because he does have 0 HP.
He has 0 HP, yeah. He is unconscious, but he's already kind of been stabilized. But in terms of kind of administering a killing blow without using your action, I will say make an athletics check, basically.
Okay.
It's time to administer last aid.
So, I have to do math. Give me a second. That's gonna be a 13.
A 13? Okay. I wanted you to hit a 14. So I'm gonna say you drop him, and he hits the ground next to you, and you kind of are like, this man is still distinctly unconscious at 0 HP, but you don't think he's actually dead. You would have to take your attack, basically.
Can I step on his head?
It's gonna not without using your action.
Okay.
Or you can just leave
Not
him
even as
there.
like part of my movement.
No.
Eliester's not
that's
doing
fair,
anything.
That's fair. Okay. Reagan's still hanging back there too, right?
Yeah, Regin's standing next to you.
Well,
Use your action to high five me.
So I've
Use it to heal me.
I've dropped this man. I guess what I'll do is... So there are no cultists between me and Finn, right?
No, not between you and Finn. There's like the two that are fighting Finn, and then the ones that are like parallel to him but not engaged with him.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I want to kick this guy in the head, killing him.
Okay.
As my action.
Great.
I don't have to roll for that,
No,
right?
I will just let you. Yeah, he's unconscious. You make the attack. You kill him.
Can you curb stomp him?
I don't want to like explode it like a watermelon because that's disgusting.
Gross.
But I just want to,
Yeah.
break his neck or something. And I would like to. Do I have any idea what this rod that I'm holding is capable of?
You don't. I'll let you make a sort of passive arcana check, basically, without using any action, just to sort of look at it and see what you've got.
That is going to be 15.
15. Okay, I'll say you observe that it's identical to the ones that the other people are holding. You observe that it is, you kind of remember back to when you first encountered the one guy on the beach, that he sort of rose it and he held it up, and it appeared to give them all the ability to levitate What's the word I was looking for?
Wait.
Raise.
Yeah,
If he raised it, he could levitate?
He raised it, and then they all took off into the air. And you recall that, I'll say you feel a sort of, almost like static electricity coming from it, as you're holding it in your hand there.
Okay. Hold on one sec.
So I guess don't put it in with your laundry.
Okay. Alright, so I want to run towards Finn, but before I do that, can I just, raise it and see if that'll let me levitate?
Yes, you raise it to see if it'll let you levitate. I'm just gonna say no. I won't have you roll for that. It does not work.
Alright, so I don't want to... Sorry, what?
I was just gonna remind you that you have Long Strider, so you can go.
Yeah, I do have Long Strider, and I don't have the man weighing me down now. So what I want to do is... I don't want to bring it closer to them, so I want to toss the rod to Regin.
Awesome.
Yeah, I say, hold this. I toss it to Regin, and I run forward to Finn, or maybe a little bit before Finn. I just want to stand in front of Finn.
Okay.
Hey!
I'm trying to help you out, you dumbass. And...
I just said hey!
You sounded indignant.
No, I was greeting you. I'm ready. I opened myself up for the heal that I'm sure is coming.
I say, hey, I high-five Finn for how many points?
I'm down 6.
Is lay on hands a...
Oh, is it?
I think it's an action.
Oh. Then I do not... yes, okay, so I don't high-five Finn yet.
Okay.
I just stand with him.
You just stand with him.
As soon as you get there, Finn is opens up his arms and he's ready. He's ready. Heal me.
Is it an action to hand Finn something?
No, I will let you hand Finn something.
I'm gonna hand Finn 5 good berries.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do I have to wait for my turn to cram them in my maw?
Yes.
Okay.
But I will say eating good berries is a bonus action, not an action. Generally, the rule that I play with is that giving someone else a potion or a good berry or something like that is an action, but taking a potion or a good berry yourself is a bonus action.
Okay.
Okay. Is that your turn, Malachi?
I think that's all I can do, right?
Yeah, I think it is too.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
It is... it's actually Eliester's turn. He's going to run. He's running toward the back of the admin building. And he's going to run inside using kind of a full dash action. He disappears into the building. It is the other leader's turn. The other guy with this big bushy beard holding the other metal rod. And he is going to point at Regin, and he's going to try the same thing. He's going to cast Hold Person now on Regin. So Regin, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
12.
12 succeeds, actually. Not a super high DC from these guys. So you just barely, you feel yourself, muscles kind of start to lock up, but you manage to resist the effects of the spell.
I flex really hard.
And it is now your turn.
Question, does anything happen now that I am holding this rod? Any weird things gonna happen?
Yeah, go ahead. I will say you, without even needing to roll for it, the kind of innateness of the magic in your blood, you feel the sparking, the sort of electrical nature of this thing. And I will say that you feel it sort of tugging up to the clouds above, these swirling mass of storm clouds that are coalescing above you, that you feel a connection from the object in your hand to the clouds above. But nothing immediately happens.
Yeah, okay. I don't like that. So I'm gonna chuck the rod behind and away from me.
Okay.
And hopefully it rolls into a clump of grass or tropical plants.
Okay.
I shout, what are you doing?
Make me a...
Shut up!
Make me a... I will let you make an athletics check to basically see how far you throw it.
Okay. That's a... Hang on. With the 6 and the 9, if the dot is near the bottom, that's a 9?
That's
Correct.
the bottom.
That's the 9. Okay.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean the bottom?
If it's at the bottom of the number, that's the bottom of the number.
Oh yeah, but I see the problem.
Okay, the dot is on the part that is the open end of the number.
So that's a 9.
That is a 9,
Thank you.
yes.
What's 9 plus 5?
14.
Thank you,
14.
it's a 14.
Okay, I will say you chuck it a pretty good distance. You don't quite make it to the tree line, but you chuck it, let's say... how far can a person throw?
It depends.
An athletic man throwing a small piece of metal.
Yeah.
Pretty far.
Yeah, but I know pretty far. I'm talking like feet. I'll say...
What's like the Olympic javelin?
Yeah.
30
record?
easily.
Yeah, I will say you throw it, I'll give you 40 feet. You throw it 40 feet behind you, kind of toward the tree line. What do you do with, I'll say chucking the rod can be a bonus action, so you still have your action.
I'm going to release a rather feral sounding scream and start charging the guy with the beard.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. He is a full 60 feet away from you, so are you going to take a dash action to...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm going to say the two that were holding their actions, their attacks are going to go off as you run past them.
That's fine,
Okay.
baby.
So you, as you kind of hit the 30 feet, these two attacks are going to go off after you. That is okay, one of them's not going to hit. That's a 10, but the other one is a 19. So you take... Okay, just 3 slashing damage as you run past him. And then so the other 4 that are standing in front of the bearded guy also prepared actions. Are you going to run right up to them, or are you going to stop kind of just outside their range?
I'm going straight through them.
You're going straight through them? Okay, so you're going to take, all 4 of them are going to take attacks against you.
Mal, if I die, will you help me?
Okay. Pretty low rolls overall. So that's a 7, that is a 10, that's an 11. None of those hit, but then the last one is a dirty 20, so that one will hit. And so you will take... okay, big damage, 7 damage. 7 slashing damage as you get stabbed.
If I could do math, I could... Hang on.
But you are now right up in melee with this guy, and he does not look happy about being right up in melee with you. But he sort of...
So are both the leaders up there?
Yes.
Or just him? Okay.
Yes. You charge the bearded guy in particular, but I will say you're right up next to him, and he sort of takes half a step back as you're like bearing down on him, but then he just kind of growls back up at you.
I growl right the fuck back at him.
Brilliant. And that's
Malachi
where you are.
asks if they're done.
Okay, cool. We are going to go back up to the top of initiative. Finn, that is your turn.
Okay, so question. If I retreat to get, like, behind Malachi, am I going to take opportunity attacks from these guys surrounding me?
I think
I ran, like, right in front of you. I don't know what you mean by
you did,
retreat.
but technically...
Like, further. Basically, I want to backtrack
Yeah.
Okay.
to get out of melee.
If we were using a map, they would be, like, there wouldn't be room for you to put yourself in between them, basically, the way the rules go. But I will say that with Malachi being in between you, I'll say one of them is going to be able to get a successful opportunity attack, but the other, Malachi's in the way. So are you going to run away, Finn? Or are you going to stay put?
Okay. All right. So I have too many allies nearby for me to go beast mode.
I'm sorry, beast mode?
So first, I am going to use my Eldritch Invocation, Armor of Shadows, to cast Mage Armor on myself, which boosts my AC to 16 for the duration.
Do you need to use an action or a bonus action to do that?
It's actually, I assume it's an action. It doesn't actually say.
I think it's probably an action.
It just says I can cast it at will, so I feel like it seems like an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do that on myself, and then I eat the good berries, and then I get out of dodge.
Okay.
And I run back to, like, be behind Lee.
Behind Lee. Perfect. Okay, so this one...
But, like, not right behind her, like, further. I let's say I run back, like, 25
You run back 25 feet. Brilliant. This one is going to take an opportunity attack on you. That is a... so that's a 15 to hit. What are you at with Mage Armor?
Haha! 16.
Brilliant. So,
Thanks, Mage Armor.
he goes to take his swing at you, and just as he does that, the Mage Armor, these shadowy, it almost looks like very dark water, kind of coalesces itself around Finn's body, and the blade just glances off. Cool. That's your turn. You are now standing behind Lee. That is these 4.
Give him hell, Malachi.
I don't like hell, so I'm probably not going to do that, but...
Ooh, give him heaven, Malachi.
Oh yeah, they are very flirtatious. See if you can use that to your advantage.
The two that are not engaged with Malachi are going to take full dash actions in the direction of the rod. They can't get fully there,
Regin.
but they are going to be there now 10 feet away from it.
Do I get an opportunity attack on them? They're kind of going by me.
I'm gonna say, yeah, because if I give you and Lee both opportunity attacks, I'm gonna say that one of them is going to use part of his movement to cut to the side so he won't take opportunity attacks. The other one is just going to make a full mad dash and see if he can get as far as he can. And so he's going to go right past the two of you and take the opportunity attacks from both of you. So go ahead and make an opportunity attack.
Okay, can my opportunity attack be that I try to trip him with my spear? Just like stick it out in front of his legs?
Sure.
So he trips
So he trips and you want to make him fall prone? Awesome. Go ahead and make I'm still going to have that be an attack roll, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably easiest. Actually, let me see. Let's make sure he even reaches you first. Let me make Lee's attack. Because she's first. She hits. She doesn't do a ton of damage with, that is gonna be, okay, she does 5 damage to him, which is not insignificant for him. So I'll say, Finn, if that changes anything about what you're gonna do, he looks like he is not, doing awesome, but if you still want to trip him, go for it. That's a cooler idea anyway.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool.
It's a 16.
A 16 hits. I will say that with a 16, you manage to shove your thing in front of him and he falls prone. That's going to halt his movement for the rest of it, so he is just lying next to you.
Have a nice trip.
And he is prone. Actually... And he would have already used... But you know what? Since he's already taking a dash action, he's going to go ahead and stand up and keep running. But he can't go as far. So he's behind you, but he's not as close as he otherwise would have been because he had to use a bunch of his movement to stand up.
I feel like I could have made more productive use of that.
Great. It is now the 4 who are closest to... Well, they're closest to Regin. I'm going to say... 2 of them are concerned about Malachi, so they're going to split.
Oh, I appreciate that.
No, they're concerned about their leaders who they're trying to protect. So they're all 4 of them are gonna take attacks on you, Regin.
Excellent. I'm gonna die.
Armor class is 15, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a lot of dice.
Man, I don't think any of those hit. I rolled a 3, a 6.
She sounds so disappointed.
I rolled a 3, a 6, a 2, and a 9. So that comes to the highest
Eat
one.
my dragon dick.
The 9 only modifies...
You're what? Malachi
You're what?
asks.
What?
What did you say about your dick?
Nothing.
The 9 only modifies to an 11.
I'll explain it when you're older, Finn.
So let me tell you what happens. So all 4 of them go to take these swings on you, Regin, and they are just... So you guys know, Regin doesn't wear armor, correct, Regin?
Correct.
He's not right now, he's shirtless.
Regin is not
Sexy.
even wearing armor, and the 2 of you, from your safe vantage points, you see that these swords are just glancing off his body. They're kind of hitting the skin and then sliding off without even making any kind of connection. And Regin's just standing there, staring down this leader. And you guys aren't close enough to see this, but there's this slight kind of glow beginning to come from the back of his eyes. And
Malachi says, "Hey, that's my thing."
The leader looks intimidated.
That's some serious eczema.
Use your lotion, Starkweather.
I will kill you in your sleep.
It is the other leader's turn. She is going to use her movement. She is going to back away from Regin. She's going to back basically just straight away so that she's 30 feet away from him. But then she...
So like towards the villas?
Actually, she's just going to go laterally down, basically right towards the beach,
gotcha.
so that she's not completely away from the fight. She's going to take this metal rod that's in her hand, and she is going to just thrust it up towards the sky. And she's just going to hold it there. And you guys see this faint blue line of energy trail from the top of the rod up into the clouds. That is what she's going to do. It is Lee's turn. Lee is going to she's going to glance over her shoulder at Finn, and she's going to be like, are you okay?
Well, I mean, I'm feeling a little disappointed that my maneuver didn't do much good. So, you know.
But how injured are you?
Oh, like not very.
Okay, great. And she's going to go ahead and run back toward you guys. And or back toward you specifically, Finn, after the two that ran toward the rod. And she is far enough. I'll say the guy you tripped, she can reach because you tripped him. So it did something.
Yeah.
And she's going to go ahead and cast Shillelagh on her staff as a bonus action, and then she's just going to try to hit him with her staff.
Yes, bitch.
Oh, but she's not going to hit. That's a natural 6. So she does this and then goes and tries to hit him with her staff and just whiffs.
She's so cute.
She's really just not good at combat, huh?
Great. That is Malachi. That's you.
Me. Okay. I'm gonna try and hit on... How many guys are still near me?
You're gonna hit on someone at a time like this?
Hit on all of the guys near me.
They're doing it. Why can't we?
Everyone's doing it. There are just 2 guys near me right now?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess I'll swing on one of them.
Awesome.
Okay, that's going to be a 14.
14 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, let's see. That was so close to being really awesome. It's going to be 9 damage.
Hey, good news. 9 damage kills them. They're pretty weak, so you just full on take one of them out.
Can I take his head off?
Swing of your sword. Sure, you for sure can. Take his head right off, and it rolls much like a beach volleyball.
Can I kick it into the ocean?
You can kick it toward the ocean. You're not going to get it that far, but
Fine,
you kick
I
his
kick it
head.
at the leader lady, and I say,
Okay.
leave the resort alone.
Go ahead and make
And then I look sad because that's not a very cool thing to say.
make an intimidation check for me.
Intimidation check. Oh wait, actually, that's gonna be fucking lit, cause that's gonna be a 23.
A 23?
So I guess I just say it really angrily.
Yeah, you kind of yell this, and she actually takes a couple of steps back, and you see the hand that's holding the rod sort of falter a little, but she doesn't drop the spell. She keeps it there, but she's now looking directly at you, Malachi.
Oh, cool.
That is... Do you have anything else you're going to do with your turn? You've got one guy in melee with you now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do another attack, I don't think, but I'm gonna pop a couple good berries myself, I think.
Okay.
I'll pop 3, so that I'll be back up to 20.
Brilliant.
Alright, yeah, that's gonna be it.
Okay. Great. That is... Eliester is inside the building doing something. This is going to be the guy who is right up next to Regin. And I'm going to make a roll to see if he can see how tough his sticking to the plan abilities are, basically. Okay. Despite being right up there with you, Regin, he's actually going to take a step back without disengaging, so you get an opportunity attack on him, if you'd like to take it.
I would love to take that.
Okay, so go ahead and make a melee attack.
Ooh, that's a 13.
A 13 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wait, on the leader that hits?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking lit.
It's gonna be 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay, brilliant. So he steps back from you. You kind of slash him as he does, but he still steps back, and he is going to take the rod in his hand, and he's going to point it up at the sky, and you see this same arc of blue energy kind of going up into the air.
When I see this, I just want to shout to Finn, don't let them get that rod!
I think they're trying to land a plane.
Oh my god. Oh, what?
It's like a car in the sky.
Oh, what?
Never mind.
Awesome. That is, Regin, that's your actual turn now.
Hell yeah. I'm going to break this man's arm.
Okay, he is 10 feet from you, and you've got all these guys surrounding you who will get opportunity attacks.
That's fine.
Great. I rolled much better this time. Well, okay, I did roll a 2 and a 3, but then I also rolled that'll be a 16 and a 17. So
Lay it on me, baby.
You take 8 slashing damage.
Ooh.
Are you still up?
I don't know how to interpret that laugh.
Great. So as you kind of turn and start barreling down on this guy, you see, well, he has a mask on, so you can't see his eyes go wide, but his mouth kind of drops slightly open as he sees you still charging for him. And then you just take a knee and then go face down in the sand as these 2 scimitars stick into your back. And Regin is unconscious on the ground. Great. Yeah, above you, the kind of clouds are churning faster now, and there's more lightning kind of sparking above you. Finn, top of the order, your turn.
All right, so first I shout to Lee, "Hey, help Regin!"
She's pretty far away
You
from
can't
me.
do combat, but
Yeah,
you can
Lee
do that,
sort
right?
of like whips around from where she was fighting this one guy, and she goes, "Oh, he's really far away from me," but she is...
I'll take care of it.
Okay, he'll take care of it. Never mind. So I want to run. I want to run after the guys chasing
You've got
the rod.
one of them, the one who's been injured already, is pretty close to you. You can get to him with just your movement. The one who is close to the rod is further away. Let me do the exact math on how far away he is. Okay, he's 45 feet away from you, so you need to... Yeah, you can't reach him in melee, but you can get...
But I can get in blasting range.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to run. I'm going to go full movement to chase after that guy, and I want to Eldritch Blast the far one.
Awesome.
That's a 25.
25 absolutely hits. Roll your damage.
A 13.
Jesus Christ.
13 damage? Yeah, you obliterate him.
Wait, that's the guy who's going for the rod?
He's now a smoking crater.
That's the guy who was closest to the rod and was about to hit it. He
thank
gets
God.
blasted, into a smoking crater.
Oh yeah, I forgot there are only 9. All right, and then bonus action, my tentacle appears in front of the other guy. Well, like behind him, so he's between Lee and the tentacle.
Okay.
Smacks down on him.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
13.
13 hits these guys. Go ahead and roll your damage.
4.
He has 4 hit points left. So your tentacle kind of grabs this guy and just sort of slams him against the ground, and he is gone. And they have no one who is close to the rod
Goddamn, it is
anymore.
so fucking OP.
Boom.
And I believe that's all of the movement that you have, right, Finn?
And I shout at the other cultists, "We found this rod, so it's ours!"
So there's only one left from that first group, is that right?
Correct, and it's the one who's fighting you. The lady with the blue skin kind of yells, "You killed Yarlov to take it! That's not the same as finding it!"
We found it in Yarlov's hands!
Was Yarlov that other leader, I take it?
You can probably assume that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Great. So,
Hey Yarlov, if you don't want me to have this rod, just say something! He's not saying anything!
okay, let me think. Yeah, he's just going to attack you, Malachi. So he's going to take an attack.
He can try.
Well, that's a natural 18.
Okay, well, he can do it, I guess.
He will try.
But poor on damage, so you only take 2 slashing damage.
Does that mean he like executes like a sick ass like spinning kick and then just dink?
Yeah, he gets basically, Malachi, he gets right under your armor, but then you're still made of rock, so the knife
He doesn't
doesn't go
expect
in
my
very
skin.
far.
I say like a really sarcastic, ow.
And these 4, with the threat of Regin neutralized, they are all going to make a break in the direction of the rod, but they're going to
They're gonna have to go past all of us.
Who wants some?
I'm going to kind of split them up again. So 2 of them are going to make a direct break for it, and 2 of them are going to take a circumventing route that is not going to have them take any opportunity attacks.
But they are all like a full 100 feet away from it, right?
Yes, they are. They are a full 100 feet away from it.
Okay.
And so the ones that are taking a wider berth are going to need 120 feet to get to
Cool.
it. Yeah, so the ones who are going to just run directly for it, Malachi, you get an opportunity attack. But remember, you can only take... Actually, hold on a second.
You haven't even made one throw yet, bitch.
What?
You haven't even made one save and throw yet.
No.
Do you think, would it help if I Eldritch Blasted you?
You know, knowing Regin, there's a chance.
Okay, so the two that are just running for you guys, remember, you guys each only get one opportunity attack per...
So I can only try it on one of them?
Per round, right, so you can only make your opportunity attack on one of them, Malachi.
Alright. Well, I'll do it. Ooh, okay. So do I add anything for opportunity attack?
Yeah, it's just like making
I
a
can add
normal
my modifier?
attack.
Okay, word. So that is definitely going to hit because that's a 19.
19, yep, that hits. Roll your damage.
5.
5, okay.
Wait, 5 plus 4, so it's going to be 9 damage.
9 damage, okay, yeah, you kill him. As he's kind of coming to run past you, you stab your sword, get right
Can I,
under his ribs.
Clothesline him with my axe?
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. You clothesline him with a greatsword. Or a long
It's a
sword,
great
whatever
axe.
you've got.
Yeah.
Great axe, yeah, that's right.
And I just gave a pointed look at that blue lady again.
She just looks furious.
Oh. Uh-oh.
You're messing with her whole plan here. The other one, so it's still kind of coming for you guys. Finn, you can take an opportunity attack if you'd like.
Ah, I'm not gonna do any spear bullshit. I'm just Eldritch Blasting him.
Okay.
A nat 20.
Oh, sorry. An opportunity attack has to be a melee attack. I will let you continue to use your roll.
Can I keep them nat
You
20?
can keep the nat 20, but it's with a melee attack, not Eldritch Blast.
Crit him, Finn.
Okay. So I'm just
But you still crit,
swinging my
so
spear
roll.
at him, but in a wounding way, not
Got it.
not a tripping way. 1.
Go ahead and roll that again.
So it's 2, right?
Oh.
No, the way
Right.
that I do it is you roll the dice twice. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so that is a 2. So that's 3 total
Three
damage.
total damage. Great. He looks hurt. That might be enough. Lee's gonna take a swing at him with her shillelagh staff here. Let me look
He
at.
looks hurt in the sense that he just looks offended.
I don't understand. This thing usually kills fish in one hit.
And that is she's gonna hit. That's a 15 from Lee.
Not that I condone killing fish.
She does. Okay, she only does 4 damage. So this guy is still up with 2 hit points and running for the rod. But he is still a good, he's still going to have to dash on his next turn in order to get to it. And the other 2 that took a wider berth are also still too far away from it to just get to it automatically. That is their turn. The blue lady is actually going to... She's going to kind of growl in frustration, and she's going to drop the rod down so that she's not pointing it into the sky anymore, and instead she's going to move the rod around and point it at her the 2 ones that took the wider berth, and you see both of them begin to float up into the air, and they are now hovering at about 20 feet up in the air as she's kind of it's almost like she's in Harry Potter, she cast Wingardium Leviosa on them. She's levitating them with this rod thing here. That is her turn.
You can still Eldritch Blast him, Finn.
Still within Eldritch Blasting radius.
How do you dash in the air?
You just go faster.
You blow out your mouth really hard in the opposite direction of where you want to go.
You blow out your ass really hard, actually.
It is Lee's turn. Lee is going to go ahead and she's going to kind of cast another worried look over at Regin, but then she's going to go ahead and start running toward the, she's gonna try and entangle the one who's been hurt a bunch, who's running for the rod, the one who's kind of closest to it at this point.
Word.
She's going to entangle him. He has to make a saving throw. what's her spell save DC? Okay, no. He passes her spell save DC. So she casts Entangle, but he just sort of leaps over the vines as they come crawling out of the ground. And he is not entangled. Malachi, that's you.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna run for Regin. And I am gonna lay hands that bitch for a full 10.
So, Malachi, you kind of put your hands on Regin's back since where he's sort of fallen into the sand here. And
oh god, your skin is so dry.
Yeah, you feel the dry skin, and you see this little, like, trickle of blood coming out of the corner of Regin's mouth, and as you put out your hands,
sexy.
this divine power arcs from your hands into his body, and Regin, just as you open your eyes and take in this big gasping breath, there's a crack of thunder, and this big lightning bolt streaks across the sky, and Regin, you take in this big gasping breath.
And I look at my hands. I look at my hands like, oh my god.
Yeah, and you, Regin, are up with 10 hit points. Awesome.
Just blew out your mic.
That was the emotion I was trying to convey.
Finn, I think you're the only one at an angle to see this, but from where you're standing, you see from the back of the administrative building, Eliester comes out, dragging the receptionist.
With a gun.
Nope. Dragging the receptionist, who appears to be unconscious, with him.
Eleonora.
And he kind of yells out to, like, the whole area there. He yells out, she's unconscious. I don't know if she's okay. And that's basically his turn to, like, find her and drag her out of there.
The lady from the admin?
How did they overpower her administrative abilities?
What was her name again? Eleonora, you said?
Eleonora, I think.
I thought she was a cleric.
Great. This is the one beardy guy. What's he gonna do?
Wait, can I... After I raised up Regin and I had, like, that whole moment happen where Regin looked all lightningy and there was that clap of thunder, and I looked at my hands, can I, like, point them at the bushy bearded guy? And just, like, see if something
You
happens?
point them at the bushy bearded guy, nothing happens. You feel the sort of remains of the divine power sort of draining out of them, but nothing in particular happens.
I say, oh man.
He's going to go ahead and he's actually going to cast Gust of Wind at the two of you. So go ahead and you both need to make me, where is this spell?
Us two?
Yeah, you and Regin need to make me.
Do you think I can fit a D20 up my nose?
It's a strength saving throw.
No. Okay. Regin, the answer's no, I think. I'm hoping.
15.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 9.
Okay, the 15 saves, the 9 does not. So you you're pushed back 15 feet, Malachi, away from this guy.
Away from him, but towards the rest, I take it?
Basically, yeah, well, so he doesn't really want to blast you toward the others, but from where you guys are standing right in front of him, he doesn't really have a choice if he wants to hit both of you. So he's going to go ahead and blast you back 15 feet. And you see that the wind...
I'll say I was distracted from the healing, and that's why it took
The
me off
wind
guard.
continues, and it's still kind of blowing you sort of away from him.
Oh. Okay.
Great. That is going to be Regin. That is your turn.
I wave goodbye to Regin.
So, Regin's just kind of, like, laughing maniacally. Blood is still coming out of his mouth. And I'm gonna reach behind myself and pull the two swords out of my back.
Yep.
Because they're still in there.
Oh my god. No, you gotta stem the bleeding. Leave them in.
No, I'm pulling them out. Do I have to roll to pull the swords out of my own back? Or can
No,
I
you can just do that.
Hell yeah. And I'm going to attack Beardy with two swords covered in my own
Awesome.
blood.
Okay, you sort of have to fight the wind to get to him, but you still have enough movement that you're able to get there. And go ahead and make both of your attacks. These are scimitars.
I dropped it.
So you're not proficient with them.
Cool. So that's a 19 anyway.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
6.
6. Awesome. And did you add your strength modifier to that?
Oh, not the 6. That would be a 9.
A 9. Awesome. Yeah, you get him. And that is... Are you going to take a second attack with your bonus action?
Yes, I will use my other hand.
Awesome. Go ahead and make another attack.
So I'm really excited. That's only a 9.
Only a 9. That does not hit. So your first attack hits, and he is going to have to make a concentration check because he is trying to concentrate on the thing he's doing with the rod. So he has to make a Constitution saving throw against DC 10. Okay, that's a natural 20, so he does maintain his concentration on what he's doing here. That is back to the top. Finn, that's you. Basically, you've got 3 guys who are all running towards the rod. None of them are going to be able to get 2 of them are floating in the air, and 1 of them is on the ground.
Do I know how fast those air guys can go?
I will say I think you don't know how fast those air guys can go.
All right. And how far am I from the rod?
From the rod, you are 40 feet from it, if I'm remembering. Maybe 35.
Hey, Finn, what's Mage Hand's reach?
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Yeah, you must be 35 because you were 25 behind Lee.
God, Taylor just stepped on my moment.
Sorry. I thought you were going to attack one of them. That's why you're asking where they were.
I could do both. Mage Hand's not in action.
Ooh.
I think Mage Hand is in action.
Actually, what is the economy of that? Oh, what? Really?
Look at
usually I don't
Hand.
use it in combat. Oh yeah, it is 1 action. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna run. You said I'm 35 feet from the rod.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run all the way there. I use my movement, and then who can I? Well, actually, once I'm there, are there still people in attack range?
Once you're there, within Eldritch Blast range. What's Eldritch Blast's range? It's like huge, right? It's like 100 feet or something.
It's like 60.
Oh, it's 60 unless you take the invocation. Yeah, they're definitely. I will say all of them are within 60 feet of you.
All right, so I run to the rod, and then I make my hand into a finger gun and shoot an Eldritch Blast at one of the flyers.
Awesome. Go make your attack roll.
14.
14. That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. 6.
6. Okay. He is still up, floating up in the air there.
You said they're 20 feet high?
They are 20 feet high, yes.
Damn. All right, so then I do my tentacle on the injured guy on the ground.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage, or roll your attack.
19.
19 hits. Roll your damage.
Where's my D8?
It's pronounced date.
Oh, here it is. 8 damage.
8 damage. He is gone.
Yeah.
You destroy him.
Finn, how many men have you killed?
These are today was the first.
First beer, first murder?
How many? But you've killed what, like 3 now?
At least.
There are 5 out of 10 of the original people. I know I killed 2, so you must have killed 3.
Yeah, plus we had that fight back at the woods.
Oh, you killed so many guys, Finn. You're really growing up.
There's a lot of blood on my hands, yup.
Maybe Finn will come of age after this.
We need a lot of salt water to rinse this off.
Okay, it is the flying guys' turn. Flying, they are faster than they are on the ground. And they are able to cover... now this brings in an interesting question about angles when one is 20 feet in the air, because they basically have like exactly the amount of movement they would need, but I think that since they're in the air, they actually can't get there with a dash action. So here's what's going to happen. They're both going to try to do the same thing. They are going to fly forward and dash, and they are going to try to grab the rod and fly away with it. Finn, you get 1 melee opportunity attack against one of them. There's one that looks pretty injured because he got hit by Malachi, and one that looks uninjured.
Well, I hit one of them with an Eldritch Blast.
Oh, sorry, the Eldritch Blast. That's what he got hit with. Yeah, Malachi hit the one on the ground that you just killed.
Yeah, I killed the one that I hit.
Correct.
Okay. So basically they're both coming at it, and
they're both coming at it, and you can only hit one of them. Yeah.
Alright, I'm going for the injured one.
Awesome. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Take down the lame duck. 7.
Okay, he is gone, meaning that all of the guys are gone except for this one. But this...
Wait. It was 7 was my
Oh, 7 was your to hit?
Oh,
just kidding. I thought it was damage. No, a 7 does not hit. He's still up.
God damn.
Okay, so he's gonna be, it's gonna be the injured one gets there first, and he grabs the rod and scoops it up, and he's gonna go ahead and toss it to his buddy. They don't have that much movement left kind of once they get there, so they're going to fly up. They're 30 feet up in the air now. And they have the rod.
I use Mage Hand to shake my fist at them.
They don't have an action left to do the thing with it. So the blue-skinned woman is going to go, she's going to kind of yell up, like, let's not fuck this up! And she's going to,
And I shout back, you already fucked up your shot with me!
Wasn't talking to you at all, really!
Not into cultists!
And she's going to thrust the rod towards the air, and you guys see that blue energy starts arcing off of it again. Okay, that's Lee's turn. Lee does not have a lot she can do in this scenario. Nothing she's got will reach them while they're all the way up there. So she's basically just going to start running. She's going to take a dash action. She's not that far back, but she needs a dash action to kind of get up close to where all the action is. So she's basically, and she doesn't want to put herself in melee range, so she's going to run up, and she'll be basically 5 feet, like right behind you, Regin. And Malachi, that is your turn.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the logistics here. So Regin's up there with blue guy and, 2 other guys?
So Regin is in melee with the bearded guy. The blue lady is standing about 10 feet south of them. Yeah. And there's still this blast of wind issuing forth from bearded guy that makes him harder to get to, basically. And all of their minions abandoned them.
Okay, lit. So I'm gonna go, since the wind's still blowing at me from Beardy, I'm just gonna go with the wind and go at Blue Bitch.
Okay, go for it. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Her name is Violet Beauregard, and she's an icon.
That's copyrighted, isn't it?
I mean, I think you're allowed to just, say the character's name.
I've invoked her.
Alright. Fuck. So that's gonna be 14 to hit?
14 hits. Yeah.
Oh, lit. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna... And since that hits, I'm just gonna Divine Smite this bitch.
Okay. Yep. You sure are.
I sure am. So, that's gonna be... Oh, guys, this is gonna be so goddamn good. So that's, give me a second here.
No, do your math, that's fine.
So I hit this bitch for 20 damage.
20 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you slash into her, and this blast of radiant light comes off your axe, just washing over everything in the area. It's like someone set off a flare. She staggers back, looking very hurt. She's going to make a concentration check to see if she can maintain what she's doing. And that's a natural 4, and she doesn't have that good of a constitution bonus, so she drops the rod, kind of drops to her side, and she is no longer concentrating on this.
Okay, as part of my movement, can I grab that rod?
As part of your movement, I will say...
bonus action?
I will say you can make...
Is Divine Smite a bonus?
We're going to make an opposed strength check against her to see if she can maintain control.
Wait, she dropped it, you said.
Huh?
You said she dropped it.
No. Her hand was up holding it, and her hand drops to her side.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so she's still holding it.
I understand.
But I will say...
you can firmly grasp her rod.
Another time, perhaps.
Oh.
I rolled a natural 19, so it's going to be a 23.
I rolled a natural 20, but
Oh!
her strength bonus still can't beat your strength bonus. So, because she's not a strong woman. So even with the natural 20, you grab it and she's holding on very tightly, and you can feel the kind of vice grip that she's got on it, but you still manage to take control of the rod.
I grab that rod away and I say, finders keepers. bitch. He does struggle over the word bitch. I'm not sure if he should call Lady a bitch, but he does because she's a bitch.
Great. Okay. Cool. That's that. Eliester is going to go ahead and make a medicine check to see if he can stabilize Eleonora. So he's going to roll. Oh, okay, great. That's a natural 16, so he seems to be doing a good job in his own little mini battle here behind the administrative building.
Yay!
Okay, next is Beardy Guy. He is... What does he have that he can use in this moment?
A beard.
So we've kept it at a sturdy 2 people of rods at a time right now, right?
Correct. Yeah. He's going to... he's going to cast Thunder.wav. So he's going to cast it right at you, Regin.
Oh, shit.
And you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay, you save. You still take half damage from this, but you are not pushed away from him. On a failed save, you'd have been pushed away from him. But you're still going to take half of this damage, which is a decent amount of damage. Okay, not if I roll like that. You take 6. Not 6, sorry. You take 4 damage as he kind of this.
Still not great.
Yeah, still not good for where you're at, but you take 4 damage, and are not pushed. You kind of maintain where you're standing.
I feel a couple ribs crack.
Okay, so that's his turn. Regin, your turn.
Scimitars!
Go for it.
I'm mad. I'm angry. No talk me, I'm angry. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay.
Which is... that's only 3 damage, though.
Only 3 damage? Okay.
Nope, check that. 6.
6 damage. Perfect.
And he was hurt before already, a little bit, right?
Yes, he's not looking great. He's looking pretty hurt. Go ahead and make your second attack.
Ooh, crit fail.
Okay, yeah, so the second one, you come in for the swing and he blocks it. His hand kind of flies up and, like, clenches over yours on the hilt there.
Oh boy.
Malachi whispers, "That's so cool."
He kind of spits up at you and he goes, "Little bit of dwarven blood in you, huh, lad?"
Something like that.
And he has to make a concentration check, see if he can maintain this. Ooh. He just passes. That's exactly a 10, which is exactly what he needed. So he maintains concentration. That's Regin's turn. Back to the top. Finn, this is you. You've got these 2 guys, one of them looking very injured, one of them not looking injured, but holding the rod. They are both floating about 30 feet above your head.
No, that's dumb. Okay, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. The one
Are
with
you sure
the rod.
Finn wouldn't do it?
Yeah, touche.
That's a 9.
A 9 to hit does not hit.
Oh my god. They're either too high up for my tentacles.
They're too high up for your tentacles.
So are they moving or are they just hovering?
They're
in
just
place?
hovering in place.
Can I hold my movement to basically immediately chase after them if they start to fly in another direction?
You unfortunately can't hold movement in this game.
Then I just shake my fist at them.
Great.
Your real fist or your mage fist?
My mage fist. Yeah, I have both. I'm shaking 3
It's like a
fists
psychedelic
right now.
echo.
Okay. It's the cultists' turn. So they are going to, the one who's got the rod he's going to fly up another 20 feet. And he's going to thrust the rod in the direction of the sky, and the blue energy begins to arc off of it. Now it is the leader's turn. Malachi, she's going to try and grab it away from you.
Oh, I forgot she was still
You're
alive.
just gonna
Because
play
she
tug
still
of
does
war.
not have one, but you're still right there. So she's going to try and grab it, and she's going to try and pull it away from you. Come on.
So this is just gonna be another strength
Yep,
contest,
just straight up
or-
strength versus strength. Your strength is a lot better than hers, but there's always the dice.
We'll see. We'll see. That wasn't great for me either. It's a 12 from me, so...
Fuck. She cannot take it back. But she's not gonna back off. She's still there, like, right up in your face, holding it. And she's gonna... You know what? I'm gonna have her make a check. Just a raw wisdom check to basically see if she can use this without needing to have full control of it.
Oh no.
To see if she can do what she's trying. Because really, she's holding it. You're also holding it. But
I'm also holding it.
Let's see if she's an adept enough spellcaster. So that's going to be, what would be a good DC?
I hope the fuck
I'm gonna
not.
set up...
If she's that close to me, can't I take an opportunity attack?
No, she's right.
No.
She's not moving away from you.
She's not moving away from me. Okay.
Finn strikes a really provocative pose to distract her.
She's not distracted. I'm going to say this is going to be a DC.
What if I kissed her on the forehead?
It's not your turn.
I'm not going to do that. Malachi would never do that without permission. I'm
going to say DC 16. She has a +3 to the check that I'm having her make, so she needs to roll a 13 or higher to get this. I rolled a 13. I will say, I'm going to take a picture for you, because we're not in the same room. I'm going to take a picture.
I believe you. That just sucks.
Hannah, don't tell the listeners we're not in the same room.
You can see it for proof. She thrusts the rod up into the sky. This blue energy arcs out of it. And you guys see there's a tremendous clap of thunder as the clouds split open and it begins to pour rain. This intense but localized storm right around the area of the fight.
Oh my god, this must be an 8th level create water.
Winds whip all of your hair and clothes around. Rain lashes your skin. Thunder booms overhead. You see these 3 faint beams of bluish-gray light arcing from the tips of the metal rods still being held aloft into the clouds. And the one who's right up with you, Malachi, begins to laugh, this kind of hysterical, high-pitched laughter. And the one that's the bearded one by you, Regin, also begins to laugh. Both of them are quite bloodied at this point and are not looking like they're doing well at all, but they're both just laughing in your faces. That is her full turn.
They're not summoning something.
Malachi, it is your turn.
Okay. Wait, what about Lee?
Oh, you're right. I fully was ready to skip Lee. She's right up here with you guys. She's going to run away out of the back. She's worried about Eliester and Eleonora. So she's gonna run back away from you guys. She was right behind you, so she's not gonna take opportunity attacks from anyone. And she's gonna kind of run over to them and sort of start trying to make sure that Eleonora is actually stable. And Malachi, now that's you.
Hang on a second. I'm trying to think of what I can do here. How rough is she looking?
She's looking pretty rough. She's looking like you think you probably couldn't kill her in one hit, but if you got like a really good hit.
Let me think. Can I
stuff the tip of the rod into your cracks and see if you can absorb it?
I'm still holding this rod is what I'm wondering about. This is the problem here, because I don't know if I want to let go or not.
Because she's still casting. I don't suppose I could just grab it right back out of her grasp.
You actually totally could, because you still have control of it. And if you give it a kind of a hard enough tug and then backed up, she would no longer have it.
I guess I don't know if I could take her out immediately, so I guess that would probably be better to do. Okay, I'm gonna try and tug this rod away.
Okay.
One more time. We're just having a tug of war over here.
Yeah, you fully are. That's only a 6 from her.
Give me a 15.
Okay, so you yank it out of her grasp, and I was like...
And I'm going to run a full 40 feet away if I can.
You sprint away, and she kind of yells after you, like, that's mine! It was a gift! It was a boon! But you're already running away, and
Not anymore!
Malachi, now I have a question. I have a question for you.
Yes.
As soon as you have full control of the rod, you feel this pull, like it's being like as if there's a string connecting it up to the clouds above, and you feel like you could kind of twist it and break that connection, or you could allow the connection to stay. What are you gonna do?
So the connection to whatever's happening in the sky, you're saying?
Yeah.
Definitely break it.
My guess is that I don't want whatever's happening to happen. That's just his guess based on the fact that these people are trying to kill us. So I'm going to try and break that off.
Okay. I will say you don't need to make a roll for it or anything. You twist it and you feel the connection break. And you guys see the storm, which had kind of started to whip, gets a little bit weaker. It's sort of the rain tapers off a little bit, and the wind slows down a little.
Okay.
Malachi, you still have, the way we've been doing this, you still have your action, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can I... So, hold on. If I've yanked that and ran away from her, where are these other guys who aren't dead yet?
The guys who are flying are, like, above Finn's head.
Alright. Is there anyone else on the ground who's not a leader?
No, you guys got them all.
So there are just 2 up in the air and then the 2 leaders?
There's 2 up in the air and then the 2 leaders, correct.
Oh, I didn't realize we killed that other guy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought we had 5 left to deal with. That is lit. Alright. So then, I guess I will go over to Regin and, can I, like... No, I don't have any can I say that with my movement? I went over to Beardy. So how far away are they from...
Yeah, Beardy's only, like, 10 feet away from the blue lady.
Oh. Okay, I don't want her to take it again. Because I don't think
You can split up your movement if you wanted to, like, take an attack on Beardy and then run the rest of the way.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
I would like to take an attack on Beardy. I don't want to let go of the rod, so I guess I can attack him with the rod? Maybe?
I will say, do you wield your great axe one-handed?
It's a great axe, so I double fist it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll let you make an attack with the rod.
Alright.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
He's gonna bean him with his own metal.
Hell yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit this guy.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, you can't, you're like, you kind of shrug and start to make a hit with this rod, but it's so much lighter than your great axe and you just miss the swing.
Okay. Then I'm gonna keep running away, because I don't want him to grab it from me.
Okay.
Or
So
her to
he's
grab
not
it.
going to grab it, but he is going to twist around and take an opportunity attack.
Okay.
That is a 13 to hit.
He misses.
Yeah, I don't think that hits you.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So clings against your armor, and that is Malachi's turn. Beardy is going to... He's still plugged into the storm, so he's just going to take attacks on Regin. He's just going to make 2 melee attacks with his dagger. That is... Ooh, boy. The first one is a 14, so that does not hit. But the second is a 21, so that is going to hit.
Yep.
So it does... Okay, bad damage. But you don't have a lot of hit points. So it does the dagger damage. You take 6 piercing damage. And then as he stabs you with it, there's this kind of lightning that arcs down from the sky above and kind of through his dagger. And you take only an additional 1 point of damage from the lightning. Despite how terrifying it looks. Are you still up?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So Regin, once you...
But Lee is with him, right?
You get hit in the chest. Now, Lee kind of ran away to get towards her boss, but she's within running back distance still.
Okay, cool.
So Regin just takes a lightning-soaked dagger, like, straight into the chest, and he just goes, "Fuck you," and dies.
All right, so Regin is
he's not dead.
Not dead. Once again, unconscious and bleeding out on the ground. Regin, it is your turn, which means I need you to make me a death saving throw.
It's a 3.
A 3? All right, so mark down 1 fail.
That's a fail.
Mark down 1 fail on your sheet. Back to the top. Actually, no, not back to the top. Finally. At the end of the round, the storm above you kind of whips around, and there is an effect that occurs. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
They are going to aim this. What's strategic?
Make them stupid.
No, they're not stupid. They're going to aim at Malachi.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Actually, you know what? No, they're totally not. They're going to aim at Finn because Finn's the one who's been messing them up. So Finn, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, I hope they don't fire at our secret weapon in the woods. Does that work?
No. This is already happening.
Damn. Oh, that is an 11.
An 11? Okay. Because this is peek behind the screen, because you shut off one of the rods, an 11 passes. Otherwise, it wouldn't. An 11 passes, so you're only going to take half of this fairly large amount of damage.
Multiple dice.
She's counting still. This ain't good.
Okay. That comes to a total of 15 damage, so you take 7.
Oh, phew.
Yeah,
Okay.
because half of it.
What is happening to him?
So,
What's
let me
going on?
describe. So, this is what you're taking the damage from. There's basically a wall of water drops from the sky above you. Just this, straight up, like a tidal wave, comes smashing.
I drink it.
Smashing down onto you. You open your mouth to drink it, and you get hit by this wall of water. You take bludgeoning damage, is what you're taking.
Water, Finn.
But you are not knocked prone because you saved. You still are standing, but you are drenched in this water.
Very aggressive shower.
Awesome. That's the storm action. Now back to the top. Finn, it's your turn.
Was that salt water or like
It was rainwater.
But rainwater could be coming from the sea.
Yeah, it's not like salt.
It's
All right,
the
so
water cycle.
Finn looks back up at the flyer guys, licks his lips because there's some water on there.
You gotta stay hydrated.
And then I have a question, Hannah.
Yes.
So the text of my tentacle
Yes.
says that you create a 10-foot long tentacle at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. I've been operating under the assumption that meant there had to be some physical ground for the tentacle to appear out of. But can it appear just at a point in the air?
Hold up.
It's just
Could it
a
appear
point.
out of the other guy's body?
Can it appear in a human?
I will say, based on the text of that, it totally can appear in the air. Yeah.
Oh, I should have been tentacling this whole time. All right.
You live and learn.
So first I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Awesome. Are you Eldritch Blasting
the-
the one with the rod or the injured one?
The one with the rod.
Awesome.
I wish all of our
okay, that's-
listeners could see the panic that crosses each of our faces every time our poor little thespian brains have to do math.
I wasn't doing math. I was interacting with someone who came into the room.
It really looked like you were doing math.
That's a 19.
That
Finally.
definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
And that's 10 damage.
Yep, he is gone. So absolutely drops concentration on this. His body and the rod both fall to the ground below.
I grabbed the rod.
You were right below them, so I will say you totally can grab the rod. I won't even make you use your bonus action.
Do I feel anything when I grab it?
Yes, similar to what I said for Malachi, you feel this connection trailing up to the storm above you.
All right. I break it. I twist that rod.
Okay. And you guys see once again the wind dies down a little bit. The rain sort of stops or slows.
So does he have that rod in his hand now?
Yes, he
Yes.
does.
And I believe I still have a bonus action, right?
You sure do. Go ahead.
So I'm going to manifest my tentacle at a point up in the air right next to the guy. And it's going to try to, alley-oop him down onto the ground
Awesome.
in a deadly way.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
14.
14 hits. Roll your damage.
1.
Wait, but don't you add your... Oh, no, because it's just a tentacle. Yeah, no, so he's good. I mean, I would say he's good, but, he's still up.
That was pretty threatening, though, right? Like the tentacle in the sky? Woo!
Tentacle in the sky.
Make an intimidation check, Finn.
Oh, yeah. 12.
12? He doesn't look comfortable with the tentacle floating right next to him. He's definitely not happy about this. Cool, that's his turn. He's not even gonna try and get the rod back, Finn. He's just gonna swoop down and try and stab you. So this guy does not have a multi-attack. He just has a scimitar.
I should have run away.
That's only a 10 to hit, Finn. Does not hit you.
Aha!
He tries to stab you and you kind of dart out of the way. And that is his full turn. He will land and be right down here next to you.
I swat his blade aside with my mage hand.
What's Blue Lady gonna do? What does she have that she can still do? Okay, she's gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, like What's-His-Face did. And she is going to... So she lifts her hand up into the sky, and she calls down this ball lightning, which comes spinning down from the storm, and it is going to go after Malachi. So that is going to be...
What's her range on that?
She has a 60
can do
foot.
that,
It's
I
got a
assume.
60-foot range. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she brings it down toward you, and that'll hit. That is a 21 to hit, and it does. Okay, 1 on the damage. So it does 3 damage to you.
All right.
Sorry, 4. 4 damage to you, Malachi.
Okay. I'm okay. I'm
Okay.
good.
And that's her turn. It is Lee's turn. Lee is going to pivot. She sees that Eliasker has actually kind of managed to get Eleonora to a stable place. And she's going to come sprinting back toward you guys, specifically toward Regin. However, she does not have the movement she needs to get there on this turn, but she will, she's just going to run back to, and she's now right next to Regin, but she's not going to be able to do anything to help you until next turn.
She can weep over my dead body. That's cool.
All right, Malachi, that is you.
Okay. So am I with Eliester and the others? Or
No, you are not. You are not with them. You didn't get quite that far, but you are close to them.
How close?
10 feet.
So it'd probably be an action for me to toss him something.
No, you can toss something 10 feet. I'll let you. If it's something light, I'll say you can just lightly toss it.
I was thinking the rod.
Okay.
I'm taking a gamble and trusting Eliester right now, and I'm going to toss Eliester the rod, and I want to go attack whatever leader's closer.
He looks up at you and you throw it. And he's kind of like, "What is this?" And you just throw it.
Keep that safe.
Just beans him in the face.
And you run back to attack.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay, I would say you can get to Beardy.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna take a swing at this bitch with me axe. And I am not going to hit since that is an 8.
Okay, it does not hit.
You trip over Reagan's limp foot.
You get distracted by Regin bleeding out on the ground.
Yeah, I
It's the Beardy. It's Eliester's turn technically. He's going to read the room, knowing that Eleonora is stable. He's going to take the rod and he is going to run into the woods.
Eliester.
And never come back.
So with the rod in hand, yeah, he's just gonna book it straight toward the woods. Great. That is Beardy Guy's turn. He is going to take his 2 attacks on you, Malachi.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, that is that's a natural 20. The other one doesn't hit.
Guys, this is bad. This is actively
The
bad.
other one doesn't hit, but that one's a natural 20. So let me go ahead and roll with the lightning damage.
Sounds like you're making a protein shake.
Okay. Bad roll. So that's 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then an additional 5 lightning damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that's 12 total.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you up?
I am, believe it or not. But having gone for this guy, once I miss, I turn back around to Regin, and this guy just like smashes me across the back, and I drop to both knees, and I am not well.
Okay. Cool. Neither are these guys, for what it's worth. But that is Regin's turn. I need another death saving throw.
Oh shit. Finn, you're still up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not doing great.
That's a
but
10.
I'm
A 10.
up.
Okay, 1 success.
That's a
That's a
10.
save.
1 success.
I'm definitely leaning on the rod.
I am really the cat on death's doorstep right
Yeah.
now. Like in, out, in, out.
That's gonna be the storm action.
Does Lee have healing abilities, by the way?
She's got Goodberry.
Word.
Yeah. And she's still got a couple spell slots left.
Cool.
Welcome to Goodberry, home of the Goodberry. Can I take your order?
All right. There is a blinding flash of lightning and a loud clap of thunder. I need everybody to go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
And it is weaker now because it's just the one rod, right?
Yes, it is just the
Lit.
one rod.
Lit. Constitution.
Yep.
Nat 1.
Oh, Finn.
But a 2 because I have +1.
Oh, yeah, if you're unconscious, you can't roll, Regin. You automatically fail, but it doesn't really matter.
I got an 18.
Okay, so Finn fails,
Oh,
Malachi
really? No way.
passes, this guy, hold on a second.
At least somebody did.
Okay, he passes.
Okay, but a
he
save isn't still great for
passes
me right now.
Oh my god, the blue lady fails.
Yes!
So what happens is, Regin, I said you automatically failed, but actually you automatically pass, because what happens is there's this flash of lightning and this clap of thunder, and you all kind of feel your head ringing and there's spots in your eyes for a second, but most of you are able to blink them off. But Finn, you are considered blinded and deafened until the end of your next turn, which fortunately is next, but you are considered blinded and deafened, and so is the blue lady, who was the only one of them who failed.
Lit.
Okay, so Finn, that is you. You have this guy who is right up in melee with you. He looks extremely hurt, but he is right up there with you.
But can I see him?
So what blinded does is you have disadvantage on all attacks that rely on sight, which I believe is all your attacks, including your tentacle. But you can still make the attacks.
But in universe, though, am I blind? Like, can I see?
You are blind, but like you know he's right there. It's like you could see a second ago.
Oh, I
if
guess
you
because he
close
hasn't
your eyes.
moved.
Technically,
He's in the same
like
place.
in universe, all this is happening at the same time, so you know he hasn't moved. He's right there. So yeah, you can still go ahead and make your attack, but you do have disadvantage.
All right, so I Eldritch Blast him. Hopefully.
Yeah, you can't have double disadvantage. Usually you have disadvantage if you make a ranged attack against someone who's right next to you, but you already have disadvantage, so just go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
Actually, maybe I should run away first.
Holy shit. I just forgot about... I realized I've been forgetting about my great weapon fighting this entire time.
Oh no.
Will I get an opportunity attack if I run away?
Yes.
All right, then I'm just going to blast him.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh, and a 19.
Oh, okay. So not the nat 20. Go ahead and go ahead and roll. I think you're gonna do it no matter what.
Knock on wood.
11 damage.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck, yes.
So even blind.
Just blind firing, flailing.
Yep, you're flailing around and you still manage to hit him, and you're deafened, so you don't even hear. So you have no idea if it was effective. But Malachi, you see Finn take this guy out. You still have your bonus action, Finn.
Okay, so I want to, like, take the rod and just kind of, like, prod around to feel if there's, like, a limp body lying there. Once I confirm.
Yes.
Then I run. How far away am I from where everything else is going down?
You're 60 feet away.
Oh.
So I'm gonna run 30 feet.
Okay.
And then I am going to...
Wait, how does he know where he's running?
Oh, wait, yeah. Can I navigate?
I will say you're correctly running in the general direction. You're maybe a little... When you're able to see again, you'll be a little off from where you meant to be.
Finn just runs straight to the ocean.
Homing beacon.
Okay. And so basically, Beardy is standing over Regin.
Regin is unconscious. Beardy is actually in melee with Malachi, and Regin is kind of on the floor, bleeding out right next to them. And Malachi doesn't look so great either.
All right, so I am gonna whip up a little tentacle to go for Beardy. You know who's not blinded? My tentacle, because it doesn't have eyes.
But you're the one who's making the attack with the tentacle.
I don't know. That seems like a... Oh my god, another nat 20!
Oh my god.
And a 10.
Okay, no, use the 10.
Okay. Oh, well, I guess 16 with my bonus. 16 to attack.
Yeah, that hits.
7 damage.
7 damage, oh my god. Alright, he is not looking well at all. One more good hit and he's gone. And he needs to maintain concentration on the storm.
Yes.
1. He loses the storm. So this guy's hand...
He accidentally casts a good weather spell.
He is, he was so focused on Malachi, he's just like, I've got these two guys, I'm gonna kill both of them, and then out of nowhere, this tentacle just slaps into him, and he's so surprised that his hand just opens, and you guys see the rod that's in his hand dissipates. And at the same time, the one that's in your hand, Finn, begins to dissipate, and the clouds...
No, it's mine!
It slips out of your hands.
We hear a what the fuck from the woods where Eliester is.
And the the clouds above begin to, the rain stops, the clouds kind of calm, the wind sort of slows down, and everything it's still kind of cloudy, and the clouds are still churning above, and there's the occasional flashes of lightning, but the storm has stopped. You still have 2 enemies against you, however, and Regin is still unconscious. Awesome. Great turn, Finn. The blue lady lets out this kind of scream of frustration, and she is going to just blindly, she's going to charge Malachi, because he's the one who took the
Does she
rod.
know where we are? Because she's blind
She
and
is
deaf.
blind and deaf, and in fact, I'm going to have her make because she's in a more Finn just needed to be like in the general vicinity because she's trying to be more precise. Right. I'm going to have her roll just an intelligence check to just straight up see if she can find you enough to even make an attack. Okay, nat 20 on the intelligence check. But you'd rather have it there than on the attack.
This bitch is smart.
She's going to take her 2 attacks against you, both with disadvantage.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, the first one is a 12 to hit. Second one, 14 to hit.
She misses both times.
Awesome. She does not hit you with either of her attacks, and she is just standing there kind of letting out this primal scream. That is Lee's turn. Lee is going to use... She's going to use a 2nd level spell slot because she's out of 1st levels to cast Goodberry. And then she is just going to pop a Goodberry right in Regin's mouth. She's gonna hold 5 of them in case somebody else needs them, but she's gonna give you 5, Regin. So you are up with 5 hit points. And no longer making death saving throws.
Yeah, sure. Put stuff in the unconscious guy's mouth.
I'm saving your life.
Malachi, that is you.
Okay, so I'm technically in combat with both these guys right now.
Yes, you are technically in melee with both of them.
Alright, who's looking rougher?
He is. Beardy is. Yeah.
Beardy's looking rougher than other lady?
Yep.
Damn.
She hasn't been hit after you hit her with your divine smite. There was just a lot of grappling.
Okay. Ooh, Well, as I ponder who to hit first, I'm gonna pop my 2 remaining good berries into my mouth.
Okay, cool. So you get back 2 HP.
Alright, I'm still not looking great.
What are you at, 3?
I'm at 6 now, but...
So am I.
That's like a quarter of my normal HP, so... Who looks like they have lower armor class?
They look the same.
Like, can I see what they're wearing? Okay,
yeah, they look the same.
I'm just gonna swing at Beardy then, I guess.
Okay, go for it.
Oh yes, that's a 21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Time to fuck this bitch up. Oh, he's so gotta die. That's gonna be 13 damage.
Yep, he is gone. How do you kill him?
Oh god. I point at Regin and I'm like, that guy's with me. And I bury the great axe in his chest.
Wow.
And I kick him to the ground, and I yank the great axe back out, and just turn to blue bitch.
Awesome.
Regin kind of goes like choking gently in the dirt. It's kind of like, that's sweet of you.
Regin, it is now your turn.
All right. What would be the modifications for a thrown weapon?
You use your dexterity.
I mean,
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
the only person here is right in front of us, right?
What?
Isn't the only person left Blue Lady?
Yeah. She is. You can get within melee of her, Regin.
I don't want to stand up.
Okay.
Fair.
So he's just gonna grab one of his daggers and just like whip it at her.
Awesome. Go ahead and make your
don't
attack
kill
roll.
her.
Plus dex?
Yeah.
Can I add proficiency?
Yes, you add proficiency.
Okay. 13.
13 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
4? Okay. Cool.
Plus dex would be 6.
Plus dex is 6. Awesome. She does not look well at all.
What?
I believe you have... I think you can throw a second dagger. Actually, no, you can't when you're throwing. Yeah. So that's your turn, Regin.
Cool.
The storm is dissipated, so we're back up to you, Finn.
All right, so I want to. How far am I from the blue meanie?
You are, I think you're about 40 feet from her, if I'm remembering correct. Maybe a little bit more. You're more like 50 feet.
You could
All right.
tentacle her.
Yeah, I can do both. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast her first.
You can Eldritch Blast her from that far away? God
I can
damn.
Eldritch Blast her. I looked it up. It's 120 feet.
That is so
I
fucked.
thought it was that, yeah.
That is so fucked.
20. Not nat.
Okay, yep, roll your damage.
I say don't kill her.
9 damage.
9 damage. How do you kill her, Finn? Or how do you take her out?
Ooh.
I don't know if you heard what Malachi said.
We have no survivors to interrogate, right?
Yeah,
She's
that's
the
why
only
I'm
one.
asking you not to kill her.
Oh no, Malachi killed that one. Yeah, so no, you just got her.
Alright, so yeah, I cast Eldritch Blast. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, actually. I shoot an energy blast at her. It hits her, and she falls down, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but it never would have worked out between us. You had to have known that.
She is unconscious and does not respond. Yeah, and
She's too proud.
we can exit initiative. Eliester comes jogging out of the woods, and he's like, that thing you gave me disappeared.
Eliester, are you kidding me?
You lost it!
It just disappeared out of my hands. I don't know what to tell you. I thought I had it, and then it was just turning into smoke.
No, I'm sorry. I was joking, Eliester. It's fine. They all disappeared.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of weird when he jokes, I know.
I'm gonna keep trying, okay?
I'll improve with practice.
Lee kind of conjures up 10 more good berries. She uses her last slot, so now she's got 15, and she sort of holds them out to you guys and is like, that's all I can do, I'm sorry.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great, Lee. Thank you so much.
I eat
Literally,
some.
we would be dead without you.
We each take 5.
I wouldn't.
Well, what are you guys...
No, that's not true. Lee did heal me. Never mind.
Are you full, Finn?
What? No. Oh, I'm very damaged.
Oh. Yeah, what are y'all at right now?
I'm at 6.
5.
Yeah. I'm also at 6, so y'all can...
Let's each. Well, if there's 15, let's each take 5.
Sounds good.
All right. Oh, also, can I summon my tentacle to just kind of like flop over the blue woman's body to like hold her down, hypothetically?
Sure. Why not?
This is the closest you're gonna get to physical intimacy with me.
I pick up the scimitars that are now just kind of lying on the ground from when I dropped them the second time I died. And I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna keep these unless somebody else wants them. I'm gonna keep them.
That's fine.
Yeah, finders keepers.
Malachi just sort of plops down onto his ass in the sand, because he's still pretty bloodied. And he's just gonna be like, what do we do with her?
I got rope.
Hey, Eliester, does this resort have a dungeon?
It absolutely does not. It has an office that I could lock her in, although... But I mean, the building, the fire damage doesn't look that bad. Really, the fire got put out remarkably quickly, so I think...
Yeah, well, the 9-to-5 work week is like a prison, so the office should work fine.
Don't you want to work here, Finn?
Isn't
What?
in
Yes?
the orb in there? Isn't that in there?
Oh, yeah. How's the orb, Eliester?
Oh, the orb is definitely smashed. Yeah, they definitely smashed it and then lit the building on fire.
That was one of my favorite orbs.
All right, well,
But
that's fine.
it's
then.
not a... If the threat is gone, that's not a big deal. We'll buy more, make more. I think we had them insured, but we'll
Wait,
figure something out.
Wait.
I take her mask off. I want to get a look at this face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
she's
take
wearing
the
a
mask
mask.
off.
Mask off.
You see a Triton woman.
The one from volleyball?
Yes, actually. The same one that was at volleyball. You see this Triton woman kind of...
Wait, it was her?
So the one who was on one of the other teams, who you guys didn't really interact with much, but you did spot her.
And my fish snitched on.
And your fish described to you, yes. She fits that description. She looks to be kind of like mid-30s, fairly, nothing especially notable about her, although she does have kind of, you see up the one side of her neck, there's what looks like a burn scar, kind of on her neck and one side of her chin.
Okay, once I see that that's her, I gasp and I go around unmasking the rest of them. The dead bodies.
Okay. You'll go around unmasking the dead bodies. You see a couple of them you recognize as guests you've seen at the resort. And then several faces are unfamiliar to you. It looks like there were kind of a couple people who were plants at the resort, and then the rest of them you don't recognize at all.
Is Nell among them?
Nell is not among them.
I can't believe I so misjudged them.
looking at these bodies and realizing some of them were guests of the resort, but Nell is not one of them, I get to my feet and I start running towards our villa.
Okay. You run towards our villa.
I run towards Nergal's villa.
Okay, you run towards
Regin
Nergal's
just
villa.
goes, oh, so you're all gonna give me shit for cutting a dead guy's hands off, but you're just gonna rip their faces off? Alright. Double standards.
Does Regin not know what a mask is?
Regin died twice,
Canonically,
dude.
Regin is face blind. He thought those were just their faces.
He assumed they were blue.
Well, one of them was.
Yeah, you run towards your villa, Malachi. You go inside. Your things are kind of all set where you left them. The box is closed. The lockbox.
I'm gonna open that up.
As you go to open it, the lockbox is unlocked. You locked it before you left, but as you open it, it is not locked.
Fuck.
The jar of dirt is still inside, and the lid is still on it.
I plunge my hand into my jar of dirt.
You plunge your hand into the jar of dirt, and you feel a piece of paper.
Shit. I take it out and read it.
You take out the note. Written in somewhat hasty handwriting, in common, you see a note that reads, Hey Malachi, Finn, Regin. Sorry I broke into your place, and sorry I abandoned you in a potentially dangerous situation, but I couldn't let the cult get their hands on the box. If you know what it is, you'll understand why. If you don't, well, trust me on this. It's safe with me, and I'm getting it off the island. If you never want to think about it again, you don't have to, but if you survive whatever's about to happen, which you must have if you're reading this, then I'd love to talk to you about how you found this thing. You can find me at the Interesting Weasel Bar in Benswith. Just drop my name with the bartender and she'll tell you where to find me. Good luck, Nell. And the word Nell is in quotes.
Now. Interesting.
Weasel.
I thought for sure Nergal would
Yeah.
have taken it. Well, but then I was like, how would Nergal even know about it? He didn't even know that we had it.
Wait, is Nergal Nell? Have we seen Nergal and Nell in the same room?
I don't think you have.
That's not a joke. He's like a wizard. He could do disguise and illusion.
Nell is not a
Well, we know
tiefling.
that Nergal is a portly tiefling man, and Nell
Yeah,
is, I
Nell
believe,
is
a
Yeah.
a human.
Yeah,
A
Nell's
portly
human.
tiefling man who can do magic. He's a transfigurer. That's like his whole thing.
Nergal is not in his villa.
He can turn into a fish.
Nergal is not in his villa, Finn.
What the fuck? Oh god, what if Nergal
Oh,
is
no,
now?
admit it.
I don't know about this note.
The door, he's not there. The door is wide open, and he's not there.
Oh
What-
my
What if they are
God.
the same person? I don't think they. Wait, because.
Oh my, I'm fully on, but Nell is...
Was Nell
Nergal.
at breakfast that day when we saw Nergal?
No, because Ashila and Nikala were just like, oh yeah, we'll introduce you to our friend Nell.
Fuck. I feel like we're totally barking up the wrong tree here, but what if we're not?
Oh.
Nerdgel.
Yeah,
Nelger.
the signs are all there.
Well, no. You know what? Because Nell was the.
No, Nell was
There
on
are a
the
couple of
resort
days.
before we got to the resort.
Right, but Nergal was there before us as well, because we took a couple days through the island. That's what I'm wondering.
Well, no, we got to the resort the same day we washed up.
No, we
Yeah,
didn't.
didn't we?
We slept
Oh no,
overnight,
we
remember?
didn't. Yeah, we slept overnight. We slept in the woods.
But a couple days isn't one day. So unless Hannah fucked with us with the dates, then Nergal shouldn't be Nell.
So what are you guys doing in character?
We're having this conversation.
It's still going? I thought that was going to fade out as she read the letter.
I take the note. I'm gonna close my jar of dirt. I am scandalized that someone else reached into my jar of dirt who wasn't me. I'm gonna take out my rock and give it a little rub and then stick it in my jar of dirt before I close it.
Oh, gross, dude. I know we just almost
Not
died,
like
but don't
not
do
like
that
a little
in
like
public.
this, like just like smooth my thumb over it to feel the ridges, which I hope are still there. Fuck off. Oh my god, I hate you.
Regin is like fully delirious
Reagan
at
is
this
not
point.
there. Reagan is not there.
No, he followed you.
Reagan kind of wandered in as you're rubbing the rock.
I'm not like rubbing it
I know
like
what you mean.
continuously.
I run in. I'm like, guys, Nergal's been kidnapped.
What?
I say, so is the cube. And I
you-
show them the note.
I read it all and I'm like, do you think Nergal was actually the cube? transfigured? Was he doing disguise?
Nope, definitely not, because I saw him throw the cube into the ocean. But this is a problem, I think.
Well, the ship comes tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So, well, we can just pretend this all never happened, right? I mean, it says we don't have to do anything.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I haven't filled out my job application yet, but I did save the owner's life, so...
Yeah, but you also insulted the resort in the same breath, Finn.
What?
Finn
I saved the resort.
Finn stays at the resort and works there, and he rolls a new character.
Yeah, that's my arc. It's completed.
Starkweather, these guys just tried to kill you multiple times, and you don't care about it?
Mal, I tell you what, it happens more frequently than any of us would like to bring up. This is not the...
No one's ever tried to kill me before today.
Alright, well, welcome to the real world, Finn, because that's just a thing that happened.
Well, it shouldn't be.
Or is that just a me problem? I don't know. Malachi, how many times have people tried to kill you?
Malachi looks deer in headlights for a second. I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah, so a lot. So, like, Finn, I think you're the one who's abnormal here.
Listen, I think that we have a responsibility to try and help these people clean up this resort before we leave tomorrow, but I think that we should go to Benswith. And I want to meet up with Nell and see what is going on.
Regin just kind of, like, sits down.
We were all headed there together anyways. That's where our ship was going.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning to get off of it, but...
Well, the Rosemary wrecked, so you kind of don't have a choice at this point.
I just kind of chose it at random.
Okay, well, we were all on the way to Benswith, even if we weren't going to end up there. My point is, we were gonna be there anyways. It's just to stop in a bar. If nothing comes of it, nothing comes of it.
Regin kind of, like, tries to crack his neck a little. He's just like, well, it is a bar, so...
It is a bar.
Finn is like, it is a bar.
Finn's worried, remembering how drunk we got the one time that we drank.
Regin just looks at Mal and is like, I'll go to the bar. And that's as much as I'm saying.
I clap him on the shoulder.
Ow.
And I look at Finn. Not hard.
Yeah, I'll come. I guess there's probably going to be a processing delay with the application and everything. I can make
I
a trip.
would imagine after the administrative building caught on fire, that's probably going to be the case, yes.
Oh, that's true. Well, I don't know. I'm sure Eleonora's got some high-level filing spells.
As you guys are having this discussion, you hear a voice from outside go, hello? Did you guys survive?
Who's there?
You see Nurgle sticks his head in the villa, and he's like,
I run up and hug him.
well, hello, young man.
I thought you'd been kidnapped.
Oh, I thought I was going to be kidnapped too, so I ran off into the woods.
Yeah, Nurgle, where were you? We could have really used your help.
Well, I was mostly in the woods and partly in the ethereal plane. You looked like you had it.
I'm sorry, the where?
The ethereal plane, the plane that overlays ours, which can be transported into briefly by the means of some spells.
It's a magic thing, guys.
Yes.
Come on.
This guy
Okay,
gets
here's
it.
the thing. Nurgle, we lied to you. My name's not Martin.
What?
This guy's name...
It's not!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my name isn't Heartmark.
This guy's not Heartmark, and we did have your cube, but we don't anymore.
Ah, did those floaty bastards take it?
They did not, but someone else has, and we are going to meet with them.
Oh, well,
If you'd like to accompany us.
I, don't want to accompany you.
Excuse me?
Look, this thing almost got me killed. I really thought it was just an interesting magical artifact. Not something that people would want to hunt down. I'm not really, I'm not really a brave man.
Hey, know what you're about, man.
Yeah, you ran away into the woods when we started fighting. I kind of picked up on that, but...
I really just go into abandoned ruins that don't have any monsters in them anymore and then take things and sell them.
And then take ancient artifacts out of them that might not actually belong in this plane and just
Yes, exactly.
run them around the world, right?
Well, finders keepers.
Wait a minute, did you say sell them?
Finders
Sometimes I
keepers.
sell them, yes. Sometimes I take them to study them and see if I can do something with them. But if they're not useful to me, I mean, lots of times they're just like old pieces of gold.
So you're saying that this thing could be worth gold?
Oh, it certainly could be. That's part of why I wanted my friend to check it out.
Okay, we don't even have it right now, Regin.
What'd you say, Mal?
Well, if we go and we get it from now, we can bring it to this Nergal's... What was your friend's name? The one in Benswith?
Oh, my friend in Benswith? Solaris.
We can always have it evaluated.
Yes, I can tell you where his house is if you'd like to speak to him about it. He's much more into these sorts of things than I am.
That would be helpful, Nergal. Thank you.
I died twice, Nergal. I saw God.
You did not die. You
What?
fell unconscious. If you were dead, you wouldn't be here
I've
talking.
had multiple pieces of sword in me today, in places that I didn't want them. I'm tired.
Listen, mate, I got struck by lightning. We all had things we didn't like happen to us today.
I took a big shower.
Oh, shit. Malachi starts drying himself off so he doesn't rust.
I still have a spell slot. I cast Destroy Water on Malachi to dry him off.
Thank you, Finn.
Regin is just soaking wet and covered in blood and sand.
Yeah, you guys make this plan to kind of leave on the ship, which comes in the morning. Everyone else is kind of the resort. The guests some of the guests come in, try to register complaints, but the kinder ones who understand more of what's, how to be nice people, help kind of with the sort of cleanup effort. Eliester and Lee sort of take care of it. You guys are welcome to help.
clean up too.
You guys are welcome to help if you want. Otherwise, they'll just kind of wave you off and be like, "Go get some rest. We'd all be dead if it wasn't for you."
I'm gonna try and help clean up, but I'm gonna bleed all over a bunch of stuff, so they're gonna send me away.
What color is your blood? What is your blood?
It's lava.
I think it's just blood. I don't know if it's got a special color or not, does it?
Maybe it's like orange, like lava.
I'm not a fire bitch.
Or it's gold, like minerals.
Hannah, do you know if I have a
I
special
will say
blood color?
you're not like a full elemental, so it could be just normal blood, but I would say it also could be kind of different if you wanted. Up to you.
Okay, so I have mostly human blood, but it just looks a little bit off, and you can't quite put your finger on it.
It's like a little more sparkly than it should be.
Yeah, it's like sparkly-ish blood, because you've got all the little
It's
crystals
got
in it.
mica in it.
Yeah, and you guys.
Tastes much more like iron than normal.
Regin's just gonna go to the bar.
Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of
All right.
people.
Fuck
A
all of
bunch of
you.
people kind of feel like Lee joins you and is like, "I need a drink after that." And you guys,
I want to find our friends, Ashila and Nakala.
yes,
Make sure they're all right.
they're fine. They're very impressed by you. They're like, "That was magnificent. We were watching from like 100 feet out, so we wouldn't get caught in the storm. But from what we could see, that was just something else."
Oh, thank you.
What's Nergal doing?
He's basically just waiting until the morning when he can leave on the ship.
I'm with him.
Okay. Yeah, he's more than happy to like talk arcane theory with you and like show you how to do some kind of magical things.
Oh, yes.
He
I'm learning so
definitely-
much.
He tries to kind of like ask some questions about like, "So where are your arcane talents from?"
My dad.
"Oh, your dad, tell me, is this like a sorcerer thing? Is your dad like some powerful extraplanar being or?"
Not extraplanar. He's the lurker in the deep.
"Oh,
You know?
No, that makes a lot of sense."
It's like a warlock thing.
Great. Okay. Well, you're a pact of sorts with your.
I mean, the pact that is a family bond.
But surely your adoptive father, you mean?
No. I mean, I have an adoptive father who's a human, but he's my bio dad.
Is the lurker of the deep? Nergal kind of like sits back and is like clearly combing his mind for like, is the lurker of the deep a human? An elf?
The lurker of the deep has a dick?
Not exactly.
But surely you would manifest some sort of. I will have to do more research on this.
The lurker in the deep is just a penis.
Taylor, it's pronounced tentacle.
No.
It's a sea cucumber!
And you guys kind of finally manage to get in. You get in your long rest, and in the morning, there is a ship waiting in the harbor to take you on to your next adventure. And that is where we will bring this session to a close.
Woo.
Outro time.
God.
You guys will be level 3 now. You
All right.
level up.
Oh,
Does
yes.
You'll be level
long
3
rest
when we meet again.
restore full HP?
Yeah, and the long rest restores full HP, full spell
Lit.
slots, full everything.
Oh,
Yep, you're like me.
I need a cutscene for my level up. I have a thing.
Yeah, so we will deal with cutscenes and leveling up and getting on a ship and all of that in our next episode. But for now, thank you.
Or will we?
Well, hopefully we will. Who knows what could happen? It's Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for listening.
I want a cutscene. Wow.
I'll give you a
Hannah
cutscene
is not allowed
too.
to talk. Her new cutscene is just her being able to speak.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. Please rate and review the show on whatever platform you're listening to it on. It really helps us out. Additionally, you can find and follow us on social media at Ship of Fools Cast on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. We want to give a huge thank you to Lucas for our theme music for this show. If you need music, you can find him at lucascarlmusic@gmail.com, and that's Carl with a K. Thanks also to Jared Haverdink for our brilliant cult theme, along with other music, and to Theo Golden for our wonderful logo. You can find him at tgoldenart on Instagram, and you can catch us with episode 6 on September 15th. Yeah.
We'll see you then.
Yeah, I haven't said anything yet during this outro, but yeah.
Yeah, great.
That's
cool.
all true.
That's us. Verify the information. And we will see you on the high seas. Goodbye.
How do you say goodbye? Ahoy. Like, ahoy is like a hello. What's a goodbye?
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yoha.
I'll be seeing you around.
That's
No
good.
goodbyes. Only see you later.
Oh,
Nope.
Great.
Okay.
oh, because it's like sea, like the ocean and the water. Oh man,
This
All
has
right,
gone on
I'm
too
stopping
long.
this recording.